What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And a lot of people like to say that the WWE and wrestling in general is fake, but here are WWE top 10 terrifying, painful injuries that almost killed wrestlers. After this video, try calling it fake again. Number 10, Lesnar's shooting star press. Brock Lesnar is known as a beast in the ring, and during his first ever WrestleMania, he wanted to show fans why he was a beast. While wrestling in the main event, Lesnar gave a beating to Kurt Angle. Lesnar had hit him with 2 F5s at the end of the match. While 2 F5s were enough to win the match, Lesnar wanted to end it by delivering a shooting star press from the top turnbuckle. As he jumped onto Kurt Angle, he fell down on his head and his neck. He would go on to win the match, but he was very dizzy afterwards. Only someone like Lesnar could recover so quickly from something that would paralyze or even kill someone else. Number 9, one kick to Bret Hart. In 1999, WCW had one of the biggest matches ever between Bret Hart and Goldberg at Starrcade. It was one that no one would ever forget because it ended Hart's career. Goldberg botched the kick that left Hart lying on the mat, and none of this was part of the script. This one botched move resulted in a concussion, one of many that Hart would receive throughout the entire match. Bret Hart suffered a condition known as post-concussion syndrome, which is both dangerous and deadly, and led to an unexpected retirement. Number 8, Shawn Michaels' bad back. At the Royal Rumble event in 1998, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker were competing in one of the most anticipated matches at the time that almost ended HBK's career. For many years, Shawn Michaels suffered with many back issues, but the worst of all was during a casket match with The Undertaker. Taker tossed him outside the ring, but Shawn's back hit the edge of the casket. To many fans watching, it didn't look like anything happened, but the injury was far more devastating. Michaels had 1 crushed disc and 2 herniated discs. He somehow went on to finish the match without showing any symptoms of pain, and then after the match, he retired. He did return to the ring 4 years after for one last run with the WWE. Number 7, Hardcore Holly nearly paralyzed. Broken necks are very dangerous and surprisingly common injuries seen in the WWE. One of the worst cases was in 2002 when Hardcore Holly and Brock Lesnar were scheduled to wrestle against each other, and a botch left Hardcore Holly seriously injured and out of action for over a year. When attempting to do a powerbomb, Lesnar made a mistake with the move, and he accidentally dropped Hardcore Holly on his head. He received a broken neck that kept him out of the ring for 13 months. When he finally made his return, he went back for Lesnar, who was in a brand new storyline with him. Number 6, 11 chair shots. Mick Foley vs. The Rock in the I Quit match is known as one of the most intense matches of all time. It is also known for going the extra mile to entertain wrestling fans. Mick Foley took it to a whole different level, and it was an insane level, and he let The Rock hit him over the head with a chair 11 painful times. It was so hard to watch that even Foley's wife and kids left the arena because they were unable to continue to watch him take such punishment. After all the chair shots to the head, it resulted in a gash on his head. The worst part of all this came after his beating, which was that he lost the championship during the same match. Number 5, Bruno Sammartinos' broken neck. This injury is an old one that took place way back in 1976. One of the most horrific injuries in the WWE was one sustained by Bruno Sammartino. Bruno wrestled a match against Stan Hansen. While they were wrestling, a body slam went wrong. Sammartino fractured a vertebrae in his neck. He continued with the match and finished it. However, after the match, he got on a plane without visiting the hospital so his family would not be worried. This injury will never be forgotten, not only because it was painful and dangerous, but because it was insane that a wrestler kept wrestling for 15 more minutes, jumped on a plane, and went home, all while he just broke his neck. Number 4, Edge's neck. During the Attitude Era, Edge had a lot of potential to be a breakout star in the WWE. However, he also suffered from many physical injuries, including back problems that would cause him to get a major surgery in 2003. After he was finished with the major surgery, Edge kept wrestling in matches until 2011. In 2011, he was suffering from numbness from his fused vertebrae. Doctors informed him that continuing to compete in matches could tear the fusion that would paralyze him or even kill him. After discovering this sad news, Edge decided it was time to hang up the boots and retired as a wrestler after a long, amazing 13-year career. Number 3, Mick Foley, King of the Ring. Wrestling fans and even casual fans know about this insane 1998 King of the Ring event that would be known as one of the worst injuries in the history of the WWE. In the Hell in a Cell match, Mick Foley was thrown off the cell, which was a 16-feet cell, and his landing would be the announcement's table. The moment stands out in history as one of the most extreme moments ever witnessed by WWE fans. Mick Foley would then later climb the cell again, and he got chokeslammed through the top of the cell. This was completely unexpected and not scripted. The result of all this were a dislocated shoulder, cuts, dislocated jaw, hole in his hip, and a concussion. As bad as it all sounds, Mick Foley didn't break his neck or get killed in this crazy moment. Number 2, Stone Cold's neck. Stone Cold Steve Austin has suffered from many injuries in the ring, but the most terrifying out of all of them was the one he received during a match against Owen Hart at SummerSlam in 1997. Owen Hart would botch a piledriver that would cause Austin to fall on his head and neck, which temporarily made him paralyzed. He was feeling numbness as well as pain. Like a badass he continued to finish the match and defeated Owen Hart. Stone Cold was extremely close to getting killed, but he ended up being very fortunate after the event. He did take many months to recover from this gruesome injury. And number 1, the Powerbomb heard around the world. Darren Drozdov, also known as Droz, was a mid-carder during the Attitude Era. While wrestling a match with D'Lo Brown in 1999, Droz was dropped hard on his head. Sadly, the fall would result in 2 fractured discs in his neck and paralyzed from feet to the upper body. His career was officially over. He remains in a wheelchair, although as of 2015 he did regain some use of his arms. Because SmackDown was a taped show, they cut it from the week's footage and it was never released to the public. But the audience that night witnessed one of the worst and most damaging injuries to ever happen in the WWE. As always, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at WWE Pllana. Also, check out my other channel, Official Life Facts. Take care and spike your hair. No diggity, darling. I'm not the